it's finally time, maybe, to put away your Venators and to start crafting your Aphelions, because the blueprint is real. Hello then, my fellow raiders, and welcome to patch 1.3. It's been a week since Stella montis, so we're getting a few little balance changes, but also we do tend to get one patch a week, and it's nice to know that everything is constantly being looked at, things are being kept on top of, because there are some hard changes here, but also undeniably needed ones. There's not a huge amount going on, but it's going to be seriously impactful for the game. So let's begin with the deadline. Oh boy. So instead of 8k a mine, it's now 15k to buy from the shop. You can sell it for 5k if you find it in raid and don't want to keep it, so that's a nice little bump, but 15k a mine is brutal. That is expensive. And crafting it, because, you know, we all have the blueprint, right? You've got the blueprint, I've got the blueprint, we've all definitely had the deadline blueprint drop. I just want blueprints. Is now 3 explosive compound and 2 arc circuitry, so a more investment craft 2. And then the largest change is the stock on the trader is going down from 3 to 1 a day. So instead of 3 8k costing big arc one-shotting tools a day, we now just get a single one for 15k. That is sad, but also I kind of get it. I did do a video testing the deadline, and it is just absurd. You can kill a queen in 7 to 8 mines, depending on placement. That's pretty quick. You one-shot a bastion, you one-shot a bombardier, snap hook on there, sneak up to it, place it, and enjoy your loot. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and I'm really happy that they have nerfed it in the sense of scarcity, instead of just making it weaker, because it does feel good to attach it to get that big boom and then walk away with a full bombardier, etc. worth of loot. It is a powerful way to deal with arc, but at 3 a day, it perhaps was invalidating too many arc than they'd like, so, you know, this isn't the worst thing. Power cells going from 640 to 270 are just whatever, less money from selling them. This is not exactly going to be the most game-changing thing in the world, but hey, if you were spam selling power cells, then I'm sorry, you're now going to earn a lot less money. Launcher ammo then, this is big. It already got nerfed once to 10 launcher ammo for 6,000, now it's 6 launcher ammo for 4,500, i.e. it's going to cost an extra 50 per ammo. That is a lot. You're now looking at an absurd amount of investment to have enough launcher ammo to kill, let's say, a queen, either solo or between a team. It took nearly 200 shots for my solo queen. That is a lot of money to now lose if something goes wrong. We can now at least craft it straight away without needing to unlock the blueprint via the quest. The quest is still good to unlock the hullcracker blueprint itself, but the craft as well has been changed and is a little bit more of an investment. That said, I think crafting it is definitely the way if you can, overspending 4,500 coins for 6. I think the big thing here is that 6 well-placed shots can almost kill a bombardier, so they're still trying to balance around just putting on a hullcracker, putting on 30 launcher ammo, 40 launcher ammo, and then just wiping a map of big arc and having a hugely profitable run. We still want bombardiers, bastions, rocketeers to feel threatening, leapers too, and this makes it much more of an investment to invalidate them. It kinda sucks, but at the same time, I do see them still trying to find a place for the hullcracker without making it just feel pathetic, because it should be the premium arc killing tool. In any case, this one is going to take some getting used to. Then we have the Venator. The fully upgraded Venator has been overperforming recently, capable of outgunning full squads using close-range weapons. We're retuning the fire rate gained from upgrades to pull down the pacing a bit, while still keeping its damage and accuracy intact. This should encourage players to take more time with their shots, rather than mag-dumping the first poor soul they encounter. The community also rightfully pointed out that the weight of the Venator was inconsistent with the weights of other pistols, so we've corrected that as well. The weight going from 2 to 5 isn't a huge issue, that's just sort of whatever, but the fire rate down is nice. So a level 4 Venator will be killing you 20% slower than it did before. On paper, 60% to 40% doesn't feel like a huge change, but that's a third nerf. this is going to make a difference, but I don't think it's going to kill the Venator, and that's really nice. I don't really like balancing that takes the current popular most powerful thing and then just obliterates it into oblivion, and then everyone moves on to the next most powerful popular thing. This feels like it's going to knock it on the head. It's a, exploratory nerf. We'll see how the Venator performs, and then come back to it in the next patch, and I, for one, really, really like that. 40% feels fair compared to 60% based on how fast it was killing people, and you'll now be able to trade with it with something like a torrente, whereas before you really couldn't. So we'll see how this goes. It's still going to be, of course, a really good gun. I still like the idea of actually make it use 2 ammo a shot. That would have been a nice way to knock it on the head, but this will at least prevent it from being the complete menace while still maintaining it as a really powerful option, so watch this space. Explosive damage. This one is very interesting. We noticed that explosive damage dealt damage to more parts than intended, allowing weapons like the hullcracker to kill larger drones too quickly. We've adjusted explosive damage to make it more consistent across the board, and we've rebalanced the damage of the hullcracker to account for that. This will require the hullcracker shots to need a bit more precision while still dealing good damage. So explosions on larger sized enemies, bastions, etc. will typically deal a little bit less damage. So they clearly want large arc to be more threatening still, and they're just kind of not at the moment. Once you reach, ultra endgame, you've got loads of supplies, you can tear through them so quickly, and that was caused in part by explosions doing too much damage. So we'll have a look into this, see how it actually feels to farm and hunt big arc, and how much that's actually changed things, especially when it comes to the hullcracker. This might end up being a much bigger change than it initially looks like. So then, content and bug fixes. The shredder is just better at getting to you, it's better at responding to lure grenades, and it's just better at generally being a shredder, which is nice because it is supposed to be the big scary boy of Stella Montis, and all the time it is, but also all the time it feels very abusable in how it works. Then we've got some general map fixes, we've got some tuning to barricades and clipping into key rooms. Hopefully the actual 2-player push yourself into a key room is fixed, because obviously that's ridiculous and does need addressing, and it does feel like that's the case. There's a lot of collision issues being addressed, and indeed the locked room here on Control Tower without a key, so that's really, really nice to see as well. And indeed, I think this one is going to mean you can't zipline up there anymore, which was a little bit of a shame because that was fun to do, but yes, of course, getting into key rooms without a key in essentially any way defeats the point of it, and it shouldn't be a possible thing in the game. Then we've got some player spawns that are too close to arc. I'd love Stella Montis spawns just in general to be a bit more spread out, because it's just constant instant PvP death, but hey, that's at least something. Then we've got some just general bug fixes, and of course our raider den has been ducked out, which is lovely. Then this huge one just snuck in at the bottom here. So fixed an issue with the Aphelion traces could become excessively bright. Yeah, we were all experiencing that, right, guys, with our Aphelions that we all had before today? Totally. God, I'm glad that's fixed. Woohoo! And then increase the Aphelion blueprint drop rate. This, however, is great. It seems essentially near 100% when you now kill the matriarch. Whether it drops anywhere else is unknown, but the matriarch is now dropping the Aphelion. People have it. People are using it. It is in-game. Kill the matriarch, get the blueprint, use the rifle. It is here, confirmed in-game. We will grab it, we will test it, we will report back to you guys, and that's really, really cool to finally see. And then the sticher has correct stats being shown too. So there you have it. Again, not huge patch in terms of lines of text, but a huge patch in terms of how it's going to affect the game. This is really nice to see. Week by week, our crate is evolving. It is so much fun, and we will let you know how all of this has actually affected things. For now, what is your favorite/least favorite change? Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future channel on Patreon down below. And until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world our stage. Goodbye.